Hi, my name's Natalie Lewis, and I work for the Teachers College Reading and Writing Project. I thought I might take you right now through a typical scenario that could happen with your young child who also sees him or herself as a writer. It's amazing. So maybe this scenario will seem familiar, and then we're going to do some of the work of getting through a scenario like this together. So this scenario might start like this. Yeah, look what I made, your child says excitedly. And then what you'll do is you could say very simply, let me see. And then my coaching here for you is when you say, let me see, that you really see, that you really stop all the things you're doing, which is so hard for me. I'm not sure if it's hard for you, but it's hard for me. Stop everything else you're doing and really see not just the writing that they're handing to you, your child, but also the writer, because they worked really hard on whatever they were doing, whatever they're showing you. So now let's pretend that we have a piece of writing in front of us, and let's walk through some more steps in this scenario. So I pulled up here a piece of writing, and we're going to use this piece of writing now to practice. So I'm going to show you what I would do, and then you might even pause and you might try each step. So far we've done let me see, and we're ready now to see both the writing and the writer. The next thing I might do if my child handed me this piece of writing is I might say this. I'm going to really look first. Do you want to look with me? And then really look. So if I was doing that, I would be doing it mostly silently, yes? And I would be slowing down to look at the pictures and the words. Maybe I'll do a little bit of it out loud for you, because that way you can see some of what I'd be noticing. So this is the cover, and it says all about ballet. And then there's the picture on the cover. And then I would be reading silently, but I'll read it out loud in case it's difficult to do. Ballet is a kind of dancing. You can do moves like this, plie, and then this says read more to learn, right? And then I would be really looking. I would be even maybe using my finger to touch the book. If I was holding it in my hand, you probably will be holding it in your hand. And then this page is plie, and this is how you do a plie. A plie is like a diamond. Right? I'd really be noticing, right, the pictures. A leap, this is the second chapter in the book. A leap is another ballet move. And see here, I'd really be maybe touching the how-to, like step 1 and step 2 to do a leap. The third chapter is twirl. Look at the movement lines here. And then she writes, this is how you do it. And there's another little how-to. And then her last chapter is tutus. For example, white, pink, purple, blue, black. Tutus are colorful, right? So I would really be looking carefully. All of the stuff I just said to you would be in my head, and I might be touching the page. And then next I might say, can I read it to you? Yeah, I might say that. I might say, can I read it to you? And then I would read it like gold, because it actually is, right? Your child made it. A small young person made it. So I might do something like this. All about ballet. Ballet is a kind of dancing. You can do moves like this. Plie. Read more to learn. Do you see how I'm reading slowly, really emphasizing and sort of like, I don't know, making a big deal about not that many words on the page, because a person who worked really hard to get those words on the page is sitting next to me trying to, see my reaction. Okay, so I read it, right? And then when I'm done reading it out loud, I maybe say something like this. Wow. 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 I want in this moment to just respond sort of authentically. So I might say something like, I did not know that, or I'm so surprised that you're writing about ballet, or can you tell me more about this part right here, the part that shows the steps to do a leap? Can you tell me more about that? Because I don't know that much about it. This reaction right after you read is meant to be sort of authentic and real. And it's a reaction to really the writer. You're not really talking so much about how they made the piece or specifically what's in the piece yet. Okay. So then I might say, once we do that part, I might say that something like this. Would you like to talk about your writing? And if my child says no, I might just say, thanks for sharing this with me. I loved it. I love you. But if your child says yes, they'd like to talk about their writing more, then I might ask them, well, what were you trying to do? What have you been learning in your class about this kind of writing? Can you point out some of the things that you put into your writing that you learned how to do in your class? And a secret is if there's an anchor chart, each of the units that we teach has a little chart that shows strategies. For instance, we teach kids to use comparisons to teach more. And look in this book, this writer, Grace, she says a plie is like a diamond. So do you see how she uses a comparison to teach us? So I could ask, what are the things you're trying to do as a writer, right? And also I want them to praise effort as much as I can when they show me their writing kits. So I might be saying you must be proud, or I love how you tried, blah, 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 right? And then the last thing I might say after I ask them if they'd like to talk about their writing, is I might end with this. What's next? What's next for this piece of writing? Because I'm often wondering if they want to go back and try to make it better or make it add more to it in some way. I might ask, what will you do with this writing in the world, right? That's another really lovely question I could be asking on this last step. What will you do with this writing in the world? Will you give it to someone as a gift? Will you share it with someone? Will you send it somewhere? And I also might ask, what's next for you as a writer, right? So I can always be asking, what will you make next? So that my child knows that, yes, they made this, and I can't wait to see what they make next. I hope this was helpful. Bye.